David Rowlands.
Can I thank the Cabinet Minister for his statement, which, in the wake of the Secretary of State for Transport and Outlands, updates us on the Welsh Government's ambitions for Great Western and Northern Wales main lines. You say, Cabinet Minister, this commitment is welcomed, but it appears this announcement simply deals with the development of business cases for rail improvements in Wales. And in light of the decision on the Swansea line electrification and comments made recently on the Swansea Bay developments, one has to ask, do these announcements really amount to firm commitments? It is all too apparent that the UK Government is committed to some mouth-watering improvements to the rail network in England. You mention yourself the £15 billion Crossrail investment and the £3 billion TransPennine scheme. And you also, of course, refer to the vastly expensive HS2 project, which is likely to swallow up £55 billion at least, and where, curiously, you point out its possible negative impact on the Welsh economy, which is in sharp contrast to the Welsh Government's view when UKIP debated it in this chamber, where you maintained against UKIP analysis that it would be a great boost to the Welsh economy. UKIP agrees with the ambition stated in the overarching needs you lay out, and we will continue to support the Government in its attempts to secure the infrastructure improvements outlined in those needs. But in light of these announcements, is there not a need to have a full debate on Westminster spending on the rail infrastructure in Wales, where cross-party support for Welsh Government demands could be aired, with the effect of strengthening your hand in any negotiations with the UK Government?
Thank you.
Can I thank David Rowlands for his questions and say that I very much welcome a cross-party debate on the level of investment from UK Government in rail infrastructure in recent times. I think that would assist in strengthening our hand at the negotiating table and ensure that Network Rail recognise, and UK Government recognise, that there is a demand across all parties in the National Assembly for Wales for fairer funding when it concerns rail transport in Wales. In terms of HS2, yes, there is the potential for HS2 to have an adverse impact on the economy of South Wales, and that's why we're arguing that we need to see investment in the South Wales main line come as soon as possible, to ensure that South Wales, and indeed this applies to the southwest of England, remain competitive and go on being competitive on a UK and global stage. In North Wales, HS2, and potentially in Mid Wales, HS2 offers the opportunity for those regional economies to be significantly strengthened and boosted, but it will require the right outcome, specifically with regard to the Crewe hub, ensuring that there's the right outcome, the right infrastructure in place to the north of Crewe Station. In terms of HS2 as a whole, what I would say is that, and this goes for the regions within Wales as well, what we should not do is argue that we should hold back the prosperity of one region in order to maintain current levels of prosperity for another, whereas actually what we should be arguing for is enhancements across all regions. And that's why, again, I would clearly state that HS2, whilst it has potentially could have an adverse impact on South Wales, if we get the right level of investment into South Wales and the main line into South Wales and from South Wales, then the adverse impact could be mitigated against. And so my consultation response to the Secretary of State concerning the Great Western Rail franchise clearly stated the need to ensure that there were mitigating proposals that could be adopted that would then guarantee current levels of prosperity for South Wales and ensure that the South Wales economy can prosper in the future. In terms of the business cases, the commitment for taking forward business cases rests with the UK Government, but we need to ensure that there are irresistible cases put forward to UK Government. I outlined in my statement how there is significant spend taking place elsewhere in the UK. What I don't want to see happen is for us to just rely on business cases designed elsewhere. What I wish to see happen is for us to influence those cases at the earliest opportunity, and that's why we have experts, that's why we have Transport for Wales working on those cases right now.